I've got a country fried take if you'd like to hear it.
I'd love to hear that. Thank you very much.
All right. So, news travels pretty fast in a small country town. Some of it is entirely factual, and some of it is pure gossip. But like any farmer worth his salt, you learn pretty quickly how to tell the difference between a healthy clod of earth and a festering pile of crap. But when it comes to print and broadcast news, it's become harder and harder to recognize the hard truth from the loose fiction. Most reporting is actually editorializing, and most facts are really thinly veiled opinions. And with phrases like misinformation and alternative facts and fake news being thrown around constantly, it's no wonder most of us just give up and place all our eggs in either the basket on the left or the basket on the right. And look, all those buzzwords do is muddy the waters even more because they're used by everyone on every side. The term fake news, as we know it now, was started by an influential Hillary supporter as an attack against stories that didn't favor her, and it was later co-opted by Donald Trump as an attack against stories that didn't favor him. In other words, both sides said the other was slinging BS, and as far as I can tell, they were both right. But what usually happens is fake news is proven to be real 3 months later, and real news is proven to be fake 3 months later. And the word misinformation, well, that turns out to typically mean it turns out to typically doesn't mean incorrect information. It means information you don't care to hear because it goes against whatever beliefs or agendas you feel are important. This stuff used to be easy. Real news was printed in a newspaper and delivered by a 24-year-old high school dropout on a Huffy bike with a sissy bar and a banana seat. But he didn't change it. He just delivered it. While fake news was printed in the National Enquirer.
Right.
And we knew it was fake.
Yes.
There was no way Bigfoot and Princess Diana were ever going to have that baby.
I don't know. Very still out on that one.
Now it's all mixed up, and it's your job as a knowledge and true-starved human being to assess and research and verify and double-check everything that's told to you. And guess what? We don't have time for that. That's why we all turned on the news to begin with. What I usually end up finding is the truth is somewhere in the middle. It's like an Oreo cookie. The middle is the good stuff, that delicious, lickable, satisfying sweet spot you crave. But that good stuff is trapped, stuck between two dark sides. You know, that stuff that gets all over your teeth and makes you look stupid. A terrible place to be when it comes to acquiring real news is social media. In the past 3 years, my friends have become experts in everything from vaccines to Vladimir Putin. And as I've said numerous times, I know these guys. They had straight D's in high school. And people on all sides say Facebook and Twitter are full of misinformation. But we learn through repetition. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 6 is 36. Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Jeffrey Epstein did it. That's how stuff gets stuck in our head. So what do we do about all this? I say listen to yourself more than you do the so-called journalists and reporters, and definitely listen to yourself more than you do the folks on social media. You know what's most important to you, regardless of how much everyone else tries to tell you what they think should be important to you. And while it's important to stay informed, it's more important to stay sane. And shutting off the news more often than not is a good way to do that. But hey, that's just my opinion, but it just so happens that my opinion's the truth. I'm Reno Collier, and this has been my Country Fried Take.
Very nice.
Thank you, Reno. And by the way, I heard that, Christy, except for your news.
Except for my news.
Of course.
Except for your news. That's right. Radio news is good.
Thank you very much.